So guys, let's continue our week of mounts, all right? So today, let's work on the classic, the cross collar choke, all right? So for this one, lift your knees up for me a little bit. So when I try to go for cross collar chokes, he's gonna try to counter that by escaping, okay? Or he's just gonna counter that period by escaping. And one of the most common ways for people to escape is to turn to their side and do like an elbow escape out the knees, okay? So we're gonna do something very simple to kind of counter that and give us time to work, okay? So cross your arms, he's doing this, he's defending himself a little bit. I don't wanna get low, and I wanna get my grapevines, okay? And I'm gonna hook inside and kind of grab his legs right here, okay? And I wanna push my hips down. And I'm waiting, I'm kind of feeling for which way he's gonna try to go. So like, if he wants to turn this side and like push this leg, for me to counter that, it's very simple. I'm gonna push my hip down and on the opposite side. So I'm just gonna get low and push him down. And I'm gonna like kind of hook his leg and lift it up a little bit, okay? So let's start here. So he's gonna try to turn. I'm gonna drive my hip on the opposite side. And he cannot turn. He cannot make that turn. He tries to turn this way. I drive my hip this side. He cannot turn, all right? Once we're here, I want to get a cross collar choke. This is as standard jiu-jitsu as it gets, okay? So for you white belts, what I want to do is get my arm in here. I want to start with a fist, okay? Because it makes it much harder for him to block. So if I go in with my hand, he can just, clasp my fingers. It makes it very difficult. So I'm going to start with the fist and punch it through to the ground. I want to punch it like this. For the other side, you can see it like this. Just get it down there and grab that piece of fabric as tight as you can here, okay? If I can get 4 fingers in, great, all right? 4 fingers, that if I get here, punch down, get your fingers, get that grip, all right? Now, he sees this, he's gonna grab that arm, and he's gonna try to do that little flip escape, that little roll. But I can prevent that with the same thing I was doing, my grapevines and my hip drop. So he's grabbing this arm, and I'm gonna grapevine, and I'm gonna drive my hip down. Go ahead, try to throw me, no, not gonna happen, okay? So at the same time, I'm also kind of leaning away from the way he wants to throw me. If he grabs his arm, he's gonna try to throw me that way. I lean this way, and I got my grapevine, and I got my hip down, not gonna happen, okay? But I gotta be careful as I throw this other arm over. So I'm gonna kind of sneak through to the side. I'm gonna make this grand gesture. Do you have to do that? No, I'm just showing you what you're doing. You're gonna bring this arm all across, and you're gonna grab anything behind his ear. So if he lets me have that, great. Then we just sink in and drive our elbow into him as I pull the other side, okay? Very simple. So one more time, gets this position, I'm gonna grapevine, drive my hips. If he tries to turn, nope. I'm gonna block him with my feet and my hip on the opposite side, which way he's turning. If he starts bringing his hands down, he's getting choked right away, So let's say he's blocking his neck, he knows better. I'm gonna fist in there, push my way through, get my 4 fingers in. If you can't do that, then get your thumb in, okay? Something, one of those two. So I get my 4 fingers in, I'm gonna get low, pass my hand to the other side, get something behind his ear, and start driving this into him. Push your elbows into his chest, and give him a lot of pressure. Questions? Anyone need to see that again? No? On 3, 1, 2, 3.